Today we're going to have our writing focus team meeting. The first thing that I'm going to do is give everybody the agenda so that we can go over exactly what we're going to be doing today, okay? All right. On the agenda, as you can see, it says that the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set our norms. The last meeting that we had, we decided that we would do it this time so we ran out of time. We're going to set our roles and responsibilities so that everybody knows what's expected of us and who is doing what. After that, we're going to do kind of a trust activity, just because this is our the first time the writing focus group has ever been a team, so that we can kind of build some trust and understand that trust is what makes us be able to work collaboratively with each other, and be able to trust that no one is going to ridicule our ideas or anything like that, and we all feel real comfortable together. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over the depth development strategies that we want to implement over the course of the next 9 weeks. Okay? All right, so let's start off by going ahead and setting our norms. And we know that norms basically is going to determine how we treat each other, what we expect from each other every time that we meet. It's going to set our behavior. Okay. Are there any volunteers to give some ideas for norms? Yes,
be open-minded.
Be open-minded. Okay. Open-minded is going to be able to allow us to be able to listen to each other's ideas and be able to, even if it's not something that we came up with, be able to understand that we can work together to find a solution. Okay. Yes.
What about staying positive?
Staying positive, always, always. Okay.
To collaborate.
Collaborate, okay. That's the main focus that we're here, is to collaborate and come up with some ideas so that we can better our writing scores. Anything else?
Stay on task.
Stay on task? Okay. Yes.
Have fun.
Have fun, always, always. You always want to have fun. Anything else?
Be considerate of each other.
Be considerate of each other, like that. Okay. Is everybody in agreement with these norms? Okay, so from here on out, every time that we have a meeting, we'll have it up here, or I'll try to put it on the agenda every time we meet so that we can be reminded, and we'll go over them to remind ourselves exactly, how we're expected to behave each meeting, okay? All right, so the next thing is setting roles and responsibilities. And I've already kind of started it out, just because we know some of the roles and responsibilities that we need to have. As your facilitator, of course, I'll just be the one to make sure that we meet, to make sure that everybody remembers that we're meeting, what we're meeting about. I'll make sure that any items that we need, we'll have it here, okay? Ms. Colquitt has agreed, because she doesn't have a classroom either, she has agreed to be the co-facilitator. She'll help me out, help me to remember our things that I need to remember, okay? I do need a volunteer to keep up with notes, because it's important that we keep up with what we discussed while we were meeting, so that we can always go back and reference it to keep us on track, so maintain our goal. Do I have a volunteer for note taking or for our notes?
I'll do it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And of course, timekeeping. We said we're going to stay focused. That was one thing that we mentioned. So, and I like that. You want to be timekeeping.
I'll be timekeeping.
So your responsibility will be making sure that we stay on task. If we get on a subject and we stay on it too long, we may want to discuss tabling it to a different time, so we can kind of get a better consensus on it, okay? anybody think, I left a blank, just because there might be some other ideas that I hadn't thought about as far as roles. Can anybody think of any other roles that we might wanna add to it?
How about being an active participant?
I agree, everybody needs to be an active participant, we can't, if we're to work together, everybody has to have their ideas, everybody has to put forth ideas in order for us to collaborate. I think that's a really good idea. And I'm gonna put all by that, okay? Okay, and so for responsibilities, because the last time we met, we talked about certain things that we were going to do, and the direction that we wanted to go. So what I have already put down, and I want us to add to it together, but I have down that each grade level is going to present a writing strategy. So we agreed on that, so that is everybody's responsibility. We're going to collaborate to tailor that strategy so that it fits each grade level, okay? And then we're gonna go back and we're gonna use that strategy. Is there anything that I'm forgetting or anything that maybe I should add to that?
I think we should bring the data back to see if it actually worked in the classroom.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
That would also be data-driven instruction.
To do what now?
That would just go towards our data-driven instruction.
Right, exactly. Now that. See if it's successful. That's done, right? Anything else?
We could discuss, the pros and the cons of each strategy that we have brought back to our classroom.
Okay, so we can probably discuss the pros and the cons, and maybe we can talk about changing if we need to change it in something. Okay. All right, that's cool. Okay, so anything else that, think are we good on this? Okay, great. Okay, so we got our roles and responsibilities. We have actually done set our norms. So the trust activity that I was talking about, basically, it's really just to help us focus so that we feel comfortable when we're able to share, or when we have ideas and we're not set back and saying, I really want to say this, but I don't know how it's going to be received. So, to help us with it,
Christina Williams, they contacted the front office, Christina.
okay. So, the trust activity basically says, think of someone that you trust in your personal or your professional life. Use adjectives to describe why that person is trustworthy. And then we're going to discuss those adjectives and how we can actually use that to help us strengthen our folks team, okay? So I'll give you a few minutes to do that.